Hey YouTube, Hillbilly Ride Share, doing a little live streaming on Friday night. I'm kind of, last week I had some trouble with the live stream, and I did some things that I hope will correct the connection issues. I'm not sure if it will. We'll see. I don't really know if it was a phone issue or just the something going on with YouTube live stream. And it's dark again, of course. But pull up. Go ahead and pull up my apps. But I had some problems with it. I had to. Pretty much in my live stream, it was just cutting out too bad, and it was really screwing with the Uber app. It was to the point where it essentially it locked up after I had a pickup. It just completely froze up. The Uber app, that is, and seemed to be the live streaming app that was causing the issue. So I thought I was headed over, do a little driving tonight. Don't know how long I'll stream this one live, but we'll see. If it goes well, I may do better live one. But for now, I'm just kind of playing with it, going with it. I just got off work about 10.5 hours today. Well, like 10, 9.5, I guess, maybe. Take lunch break out of there, but I'm going to do a video on my experience with the dash cam that I got. I actually bought the thing back in November. It's a Vantrue N2 Pro dash cam, and it's kind of a story there. I don't like to do. I don't really do reviews and unboxings and all that crap, but and I definitely don't like to do it until I've had a chance to use it, because you know, some things come out of the box right out of the gate, they work great, and then sometimes they don't. They just don't keep performing at the level that they did when they were new. And if I were going to do reviews, it wouldn't be immediately. I mean, and to me, unboxings, unless you're going to go over, you know, every aspect of the product that you're unboxing, really, in my opinion, if you're going to do a video on an unboxing, you might as well just call it opening. Because seriously, I mean, that's basically all you're doing, is you're opening a freaking box, looking at the insides of it. It's not really too exciting for most of us watching. If you know, in my opinion, if I ever did an unboxing video, it would be a hell of a lot more in-depth than just opening a package and saying, look what's inside of it. Here, look, there's a mount, there's a cord. It feels pretty heavy. Yeah, out of here. But what I found out about the Vantrue camera whenever I bought it in November is I basically do what a lot of people do whenever they buy a new product. They do a search, get some information about the product, and see how many bad reviews or bad experiences that people had with it. Well, what I thought was really strange was at the time I could only find one negative review. Got a ride. What's it? What is a premium pickup? Never heard of that. Jack Acres. Okay. Well, I got this guy the other night on Jack Acres, but they canceled on me. Let's see if this one cancels, because I've got to turn around and go back the other direction one heck of a ways. Gotta get down here and flip a bitch and go back up the freeway. This could be interesting. It's a little bit interesting. Let's find out if they cancel on me. There's a very good chance they will. Kind of hope they don't. I want to know what the hell a premium pickup is. But anyway, for now, back to the Vantrue. I said I was going to do a video about it. I'll do maybe a better video, do an actual video about it instead of a live stream. Right now I'm just talking about it. But what I found with the Vantrue camera was that I could only really find like one video that had any negative comments, and it seemed to be someone from actually the company that did like a very short video apologizing for some type of glitch that they had in their firmware update that apparently was rectified pretty quickly, or at least that was the impression. So anyway, I thought it was strange that why is there no videos? Everything is praising this thing. They're everybody just fawning all over it. You know, 199 bucks, 250 bucks. You can't beat it for the price. You know, 150 bucks. Well, that wasn't my experience. Basically, my experience was just the opposite. It was basically a piece of crap. Apparently the earlier versions of this camera had an HDMI plug on it, and nowhere, I didn't see anything in any of the videos that really talked much about it, but I definitely didn't see any that said that the newer models that was taken away. So I'm not sure exactly what story is there. I never really looked at it. It was didn't really see a version change of the actual product or anything along the way when I was doing research. You know, like earlier model XX, you know, does this or that, and the newer models don't have that, or whatever. I don't rightly know. But there we go. This is the kind of crap I'm talking about right here. The YouTube game or program that I'm running for the screencast, the live stream, is seems to be screwing pretty hard with the navigation. So I'm not sure if that's Google Maps or if it's Google Maps issue. It very well could be, I don't know. But back to the Vantrue. Yeah, low video quality now. I was doing fine. I had excellent video quality, which I do again at the moment. But let's see how it goes. I just drove this direction, going the opposite direction, and I had excellent. Every time I looked at it, that screen, it was excellent streaming quality until I loaded the navigation side of Uber. So we'll see. But anyway, this is kind of a rarity. This is actually my hometown. This is where where I live, and to get an Uber request right out of the box, on my way to where I normally drive. Now this is I'm a little bit skeptical about going out cutting across this way, but it is shorter. It really might screw the video quality up, or I may completely lose connection, or lose cell service altogether. But I don't know if I should, well, maybe I'll go into detail, and then maybe I'll keep talking about the Vantrue, even if I do an actual video on it. But when I got the camera, it's pretty stoked. Got the camera, went took it out, read the book, instruction book, operation manual, whatever you want to call it. Ran out, installed it permanently, wired it in so that it had power all the time. I mean, I didn't hardwire it because I have a 12 volt plug that keeps power even when the ignition is off. But of course, for some weird reason, they recommend that you not, for some reason it seems 32 degrees Fahrenheit I think is the temperature that they don't want it exposed to for some reason, which seems kind of weird to me. It's a dash cam. It's gonna get cold in the winter. It's gonna get hot in the summer. I can't remember the upper end of the temperature, but it's a dash cam. It should be able to withstand the heat. That's in the cold, for that matter. But anyway, not a problem. I figured I could just pop it right off the mount. Leave the mount on the windshield and grab the camera off there and bother your uncle. So when I first hooked it up, it seemed to be operating fine. Didn't have any issues. I went through the settings. Made the video length and all that stuff. You can set the quality, but if you set to a higher quality, all right, you little peckerhead, he canceled. Seriously, you have a church. Blocking off their parking lot so people can't turn around. Seriously. Well, all I can say is that's the second time that peckerhead has done that to me within a few days. Let me just say that I won't be accepting another ride from Mr. Peckerhead. And I hate that Google Maps doesn't, whenever, even though, whatever, I hate that whenever you get to your freaking destination that it doesn't go away. It still keeps a fucking screen up, like I want to use it again or something. Just go away when I don't need you, for Christ's sake. Alright, looks like this dude sent me a text message through the app with some apology. Let's find out what it is. But this is definitely going to hamper his ability to get a ride from me in the future. I mean, it's a rural area. 205 Jack Acres is an address that you can remember. Bob, I'm sorry. I may have to cancel. My wife has changed her mind. I'll pay the cancellation fee and tip you. I'm very sorry. Well, I got news. Whatever your name is, you can't tip me. And paying the cancellation fee isn't your choice. So, with that said, let me turn around and head back to whence I came. What the hell is it with these churches and locking their freaking parking lots? I mean, seriously. Don't know who you are on Jack Acres. I actually have to go back and watch the video. See what the dude's first name is. I may know the guy. Should have thought of that before you jammed up there, baby doll. Any hoozle, here we go. Again, going back to the freeway. Why isn't that showing me my stats? There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Nobody watching out of my vast subscriber base. I'm really starting to think you guys just don't like me. If you don't like me, at least share it with your friends so they can not like me too. I really don't do it for the subscribers, although it is nice if someone would watch one of my videos while I was actually live. I don't even know if the chat works. Alright. That ought to help audio quality. My windows are steaming a bit. Weird temperature crap. But this dude should pay for more than just the cancellation fee. It should be more than $3.75. I mean, the dude pulled me off the road going the opposite direction and wasted my time probably, I don't know how many miles. The guy should have to pay. Let's see if they just gave me the standard fee. Yeah, it looks like it. No. He did. Cancellation, $9.08. Well, that ain't so bad. Maybe I complained too much. Let's see what the fare details, what it says. Let's see if it gives me an explanation why it's not $3.75 and it's $9.08. Loading trip, loading trip, loading trip. See, this is the crap that they paid me for 8.7 minutes. They paid me for 8 miles. Why do they do that sometimes and not others? 8.02 miles, 97.5 cents they paid me. And paid me for my time to the point where I'm still wondering what a preferred customer, what does that mean? Preferred or premium? Was that what it said? I can't. I saw it on there. It would be nice if Uber would let a customer tip. I know very few and far between would actually do it if they cancel, but occasionally you have someone who doesn't like to waste people's time and would toss in a tip there. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Oh well. Rider pays. Yeah, Uber receives 3%, $3. Huh. Well, I don't know what a premium customer is or a preferred customer or whatever that was. They had a 5-star rating. Maybe they work for Uber, or maybe they are have like a company account or something. Maybe that is. I don't know. Well, told you he would cancel. oh well, at least I got more than the cancellation fee out of it. Or more than just a standard cancellation fee. I guess some places get $5 cancellation fee, and some places get, like here, $3.75. But it doesn't really make any sense to me why, because I didn't get anything extra. I probably drove 5 or 6 miles to one a couple of weeks ago, and since I figured it was going to be my last ride of the evening, I would, you know, it was that time of night, and I went to the place, and the person kind of strung me along. You know, I got there and I waited a few minutes, I didn't hear anything, and since it was going to be my last ride, I thought, well, I'll hang out, I'll wait the 5 minutes, and then I'll text them or whatever. So I did, and a minute or two later, maybe just a minute, they text back and said, because I asked them if they, so you ready to go? I am here. And they changed their pickup location, which was kind of weird because it didn't really change. I just got a notification that it changed. So anyway, they finally texted me back and said, yeah, give me just a minute and I'll be out. So I waited. I probably ended up waiting a total of 15 minutes for this person. And I mean, even after that text, it was a girl, it was a girl's name, said, on my way, or OMW. Okay, cool. So finally getting it in gear. She didn't come. I waited a few more minutes, and I said, piss on it. You know, last ride of the evening, I guess it's going to be a cancellation. I had several cancellations that day, which happens occasionally. You just get a string of cancellations or no-shows or a combination of both. But, you know, the cancellation fee was $3.75. It's a normal cancellation fee. I really think that sucks. You know, people need to be sure that they are where they're supposed to be, and they need to be sure that they're ready to go when you get there. Now, I understand the app isn't always accurate. I know that it tells people that someone will be there in X amount of time, and sometimes they're there much quicker. I get that. That's not the driver's fault. The driver gets the ping and drives to the requested location. But somebody should be paying us a hell of a lot more than $3. Pay us for the whole ride. That would, you know, motivate riders to be sure they want to ride when they request one. Well, anyway, still nobody watching. The video quality dropped for a moment, which, okay. But other than that, it looks like it's been pretty solid according to the app. So maybe the problem's fixed. Or maybe it was the area that I was in that blows chunks. Anyway, back to the Vantrue N2 Pro. So I hook it up, you know, after, you know, reading the manual on how to operate it and stuff. And, you know, at first, normally you read through it, you get the basics, and then, you know, you go from there as you get used to, you know, the different features and things like that. You know, look at the more obscure stuff that you don't use as much. But I got it set up, put it up, ran it for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, maybe 5. I started having these weird issues with it. it was really weird. One of the biggest things is it would just randomly quit recording and just stop completely recording whatsoever. It just, for no reason. And I would have to keep an eye on it and watch it, and then I would have to start it manually to get it to start recording again. Then the parking mode didn't work where the Tinker's Dam. So, you know, I played with that different ways and checked settings and all that kind of stuff, and it just wasn't working the way Vantrue said it was supposed to work. And then it would work, you know, and it would work for, you know, sometimes a few hours, sometimes it would just not work. And it started putting, it has a file called an event file, which basically, you know, if someone were to, you know, bump your car while it was in parking mode or whatever, you know, if it felt an impact, it would, you know, put that recording in an event file, and the event file doesn't get erased, it doesn't get overwritten. Or you can manually put them in the event file. Something happens, you can press a button and it will save it. Well, this thing was putting a lot of videos in the event folder, and it essentially was filling up the memory card. And at first I thought, well, maybe that was the issue, is why it stopped recording, because it filled up the card. But it wasn't. So my answer to that was to watch the event file and delete the files to see if that was the issue, which it wasn't. Then it got really weird, and the rear-facing camera has infrared lights on it, and you can't, you know, you don't really see it, but if you look at the video, or if you use your phone to video, you can see it. The hour lights would record rear facing, but it was just darkness. The lights weren't coming on. And then in the daytime, it stopped recording color on the rear camera. It was just like night mode all the time. And during all that, you know, I was messing with the settings and all that stuff. And I noticed going on Vantrue's website that there was a firmware update. Well, that very well could be the problem. They had an issue. So I installed the firmware actually a couple times because it started acting weird a couple times, and I reflashed it to see if maybe, you know, I had a weird download or something. But alas, it continued. Not actually, the rear-facing video camera issue showed up after the update, after the firmware flash. So the firmware update actually broke it more. And I don't really know. There were some other weird issues with it too. The settings would change, even though I made sure the settings were whatever, and it would stop doing something, and I would go back and check the settings, and settings were jacked up. So decided I would email Vantrue directly. To see if, you know, basically see if there was an issue on my end that I could take care of, because I really didn't want to box it up, ship it back, wait for them to ship me another one, you know, the whole 9 yards. That, you know, whatever. But dealing with return and stuff. It doesn't matter if it's online or otherwise. But anyway, I got a hold of them. They were in Japan, I think, or wherever. So it would always take a day to get a response back from them, because, you know, if I sent it, you know, in the evening, it was nighttime over there, or whatever, it wasn't business hours. So I wouldn't say they were quick about getting back to me, but they did get back to me on it reasonably quick. And you know, the first email was essentially, you know, do the flash firmware update, even though in the first email I explained it all, that I had done that already. So then the second email, they basically said, our engineers would love to be able to see that if there's any way that you can, you know, demonstrate it, get it on video, or otherwise, you know, we would love for you to ship it directly back to us so we can see what the issue was. But unfortunately, you may be better off to ship it back to Newegg, which is where I got it, to either have a refund or have it replaced. So I thought that was kind of cool. At least they didn't say, you know, you have to ship it back to us and then you're just going to have to wait until we get it and send out another one from Japan, because we all know it's time. It takes time to get stuff from overseas. It's just the way it is. However, it would be kind of cool to get one straight from the factory instead of, you know, through a retail establishment. I think, if you want to, I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't make any difference, but at least if you get one straight from the factory, it hasn't sat on the shelf for months. You know, it would be the most up-to-date version of the product, likely. So that's what I did. I returned it to Newegg, RMA, which, by the way, was pretty slow turnaround on that baby. But I can't really blame Newegg too awfully much, because for some reason this past year, shipping, it didn't matter whether it was Amazon Prime, eBay, FedEx, UPS, they all had problems. I mean, you were ordering one-day shipping, it was taking a week. It was horrible. You know, retail establishments were, you know, a week out on Christmas. You know, a week away from Christmas, which, I mean, that used to be no problem for Amazon Prime. You know, you have a full week to shop before Christmas, and done it many times before. Amazon Prime was never an issue to get stuff. If it was in stock, if they had it in their warehouse, if they fulfilled it, you had Prime, you got it, no problem. But this year, man, it was like a week out, and they weren't guaranteeing shit. And for good reason, I guess, because stuff wasn't getting here. I mean, one of my gifts that my wife bought me came after Christmas, and it was supposed to have been there a week earlier, even according to wherever it was she bought it. But it was horrible. You know, I mean, I literally ended up having to, for the stuff I wanted, I literally ended up having to go physically shop at the stores for stuff that I should have been able to order online with no issues. As a matter of fact, some of the stuff I did order online. As a matter of fact, there was a couple items that I ordered from Kohl's. You know, one of those deals where, you know, free shipping if you pick it up in the store, you know, whatever. And which is you know, it's okay if you order it online and they don't have it in the store, but they have it in the warehouse and they'll have it to the store in a couple days. No problem. You know, and it shows you if it's in stock or not. Well, not so much. Because I made the order, it said it was in stock, it was, and it would be here both, you know, in like 2 days or a day, something like that, it would be at the store. A day later, they sent me an email and canceled. Said that they didn't have it in stock. They were sorry, but screw you. I've never had that. It's always been pretty smooth, and I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, that got way off track. Back to the camera. Anyway, I finally got the camera. I got it back, and got it, hooked it back up, and I've been running ever since. I've had no issues with it. The only issue at this point for using it since, well, let's just say somewhere around Christmas, I guess I got it back, but let's just say whatever, is the mount that you slide the camera onto, on the windshield mount. It used to be pretty stiff. It's adjustable, but there's not really any way to tighten it or loosen it up to make it, you know, adjust the mount part of it, the swivel part of it. It's gotten loose. I mean, not loose enough to jiggle around or anything, but when you take it on and off of the mount, it moves quite a bit. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. I used to just be able to slide it on, pop it off without, it was stiff enough where I could move it if I wanted to, but just taking it on and off didn't cause it to move. And so far, that's been the only thing, and I think the HDMI on it would have been handier in a third arm, but not so much. And I really haven't played with the settings on it. The quality's been great. I mean, the only issue is that when it's dark, you know, the forward camera, it doesn't have night vision, but the quality of the video is pretty good. And I think I paid $149 for it, something like that, with caught it on sale and they had some extra discount. And it was only for a short period of time, which is why I grabbed it. My wife was a little upset with me because she had planned on buying it for me for Christmas. Oh well. Nobody on to ask me questions. Yes, I drink a lot of coffee, if you were wondering. I slack off some in the summertime, but I drink a lot of coffee. I usually have something to drink nearby or in my hand. It's water. I don't drink too much soda, not because I'm trying to be healthy or politically correct or any of that stuff. It just, I'll drink some, you know, I'll drink it, you know, when I order my Happy Meal down at the old McDonald's, but maybe I should have named this video The hillbilly rantings and ramblings. That's pretty much all I'm doing. I don't know, but that dude's wife was the reason that he canceled. It was a $12 ride that she cost him. Not sure. I'm not sure what I can only use my imagination to explain why the dude's wife gets ready all the way up to the point of, go ahead and call the Uber, I'll be ready by the time it gets here. And then changes her mind. You know, it was a bad hair day, she break a nail, couldn't find anything to wear. Did she find a used condom in his briefcase? I don't know. But it makes me wonder. Or perhaps she was using his phone. She was the one that actually requested the Uber and happened to come across the, let's just say, cheater's text message. Let's use that scenario. That would suck, wouldn't it? Getting ready to go out with your wife. Enter your phone. First of all, that's stupid. Been married a long time. I don't play it. Shit, never have. But some people play games. But it does make me wonder why. I say but a lot. It makes me wonder. I say that a lot too, apparently. The images of why that dude canceled. I wonder why he canceled the other night, because that was kind of weird too. It was late. It was like, if that was his house. Yeah, I assumed it was, you know, it was like 2:30 in the morning when the dude pinged me. And I mean, I was literally, had gotten inside the house, was literally, had my phone in my hand ready to turn the app off and go to bed. And I got a ping. And then, I don't know, a few minutes later, bam, canceled. So I wonder where the hell he was going at 2:30 in the morning from his house. I know you guys are probably thinking, well, how does he know it's the same guy? Well, I would go out on a limb and probably pretty accurately make the statement that he is probably the only one on Jack Acres that has that app installed on his phone or knows what it is. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the country. There isn't that many houses in that development, and it's a fair distance out of town. A town of 5,000 people. Actually, I believe I'm not sure. I don't even think that's the city population. That might be the county. But nah, I think it's city. 5,000. Anyway, it's like 5,000 people. That's it. It's a small town. And then if you take out the elderly, there's a fair amount of those. I don't know what the ratio is, but yeah, some of the elderly, there were not enough of them. Trust me. See him on the road. He shouldn't be driving. I know. I need to start a rideshare company for the country. Not available in any city of a population of X amount, whatever. Pick a number. It can't be a metropolis. Metropolis. I'm making up words. It can't be a metropolis. We're gonna flip the script on y'all big cities, and we're gonna have shit starts just in the country for. I'm gonna call it. It's gonna be rideshare. You ready for this? I'm gonna call it Goober. How you like that? Hell, that's what I should have named my YouTube channel. Goober Rideshare. Should have painted one of my teeth, blacked out one of my teeth, and dude, you're a real dick shit. Fucker driving around with us. I'm gonna get my video taken down. Start cussing like that. Driving around with the high beams on, trying to crowd people out in a Saturn. Give me a break. I'm driving a full-size pickup truck. It ain't jacked up, but it's still run over a Saturn in a New York second. It's a plastic car, for Christ's sake. Anyway, yeah, Goober. I think that'd be fun. Hey, fellers. I think I done hit that keg a little too hard. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get home. Oh, why don't you call Goober? Yeah. Country version of Uber. But none of the drivers can have all their teeth. You have to be missing some teeth. And I don't know if y'all know what a skull ring is, or a Copenhagen ring on their pocket. It's that ring that people who use smokeless tobacco use, Copenhagen and skull and whatnot. That's that ring from carrying it in your pocket. Washed out area where that can is. That's what we call the skull ring. Skull is a brand of smokeless tobacco. S-K-O-A-L. I have no fucking idea what it means. Probably ought to watch my mouth. I just said that, and then I turned around and dropped the F-bomb. Oh, crap. I don't know if I'm going to hang out here long or not. Get some rides. Hey, let me take a look and see. Let me pull up the riders app. See if there's anything going on over there. Hell, there's probably 3 or 4 cars sitting here in town. And this is not a big town. Between this town, this is Bridgeport, Clarksburg, and Fairmont, another town about 15 minutes up the road. All those combined, there's like, I don't know, 30,000 people total. Actually, I'll take that back. There probably is more people. And I was pulling numbers from my head from my cable days. I think there was, the cable company at one point had like 30,000 passings, which is households. So Obviously, there's more people than that because there's more people that live in a house. Normally, it's more than one. Not always. No. That's an ugly. Oh, Service Master. Yeah, it's an ugly car. Fugly. Yep, that's Service Master. Been a long time since I've seen a Service Master vehicle. I don't know if you know what that is. Look it up. You got Google. If you're watching this, you got Google anyway. I know that for sure. For sure. Y'all know that a lot of this, a lot of that gangster lingo and all that kind of shit. Y'all know that came from the country, right? That's all country. Think about it. Think about some of the shit they say. You don't finish words. You know. You just kind of verbally abbreviate. That's country shit right there. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know where it came from. And of course, I see one car on the map. Seriously. Holy crap. Where the hell do these people think they're going to get rides from? They're going to get like five cars. 5 cars. What are these people thinking? 5 cars. That might be one ride a night. What are these people doing? Why do they think that there's enough business? What the heck? Why is my phone not charging? It's a wonder it hasn't died completely. What is up with my phone? Why did it stop charging? It shouldn't. So now I'm done 26%. Ain't up hurdy. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's charging. Crap, I'm gonna have to end the video because I think I'm sucking more battery than I'm pushing in it. I ain't gonna have ain't gonna have the battery to do my driving. I should have stopped at the bathroom a while ago. I gotta piss. I don't know where these people think they're gonna get their rides from tonight, though. 26%. I may have to turn everything off and let it charge. Yeah. I'm gonna step outside. Pay homage to the smoke gods. Yeah. Don't judge. Well, see what's going on. New from Uberman. Tearing the interior Copper 2015. Yep. Everlights. Alright, let's look at Everlights. It's been streaming for an hour. I made $9.08. Apparently Everlance isn't loading. Where did it go? Brandon Leon. see what Brandon wants. Hey, there's Everlance. Jesus Christ. Run, no. Let's see. Put you up there. Get rid of that. Wonder why he's asking that. Nobody watching. %. All right. Why is there no sound? I'm not talking mute, am I? No. I'm not sure. All right, well, see if he messages me back. Back to Everlance. Oh, 34.6 miles. At least it's tracking. Half the time it doesn't track right. I'll go in and look. It'll be 2 days I've been driving and it's not pulling up and tracking right. Let's get rid of Messenger. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Yep. Talk about Maestro? Anybody watching? I'll save that. Anybody? Nope. Nobody? Well, one's on the interstate. Looks like they're headed north. There's me, and there's another car. I think I'm gonna take a break here. And go find a little Uber room for drivers. I may pop back on a little later. Y'all take it easy out there.